a trusted family chiropractor.
I've been getting a lot of questions whether or not chiropractic care is good for infants.
Is now accused of being a child sex predator. The Kingston physician, 33-year-old Dr. Sean Boyle, and his wife were arrested Tuesday by state police. They're facing multiple felonies in Ulster County for allegedly having hundreds of obscene images and videos of young children engaged in sex acts and sharing some of them by text and online. Boyle was once awarded for being a top chiropractor in the Hudson Valley.
He hasn't been here since October. I've never met him.
I seen like a bunch of cops and, FBI. There was a lot of cars and everything and suits.
Neighbors say the couple have young children and often hosted large parties that could be heard from outside. I am disgusted. Schofield asked us to leave when we went to their house.
Let's dig into this case and find out what's going on here. Right after my overly obnoxious trigger warning. Roll the intro. Boyle even performed chiropractic adjustments on infants and toddlers, which is highly unusual. Prior to October 2024, Boyle Family Chiropractic was located at 12 John Street in Kingston, New York. The practice's physician, Sean Boyle, had won awards for his chiropractic care. According to their Yelp profile, he serviced pediatric to geriatric patients and everything in between. According to reports, and all sources are linked in the description, the practice had won awards for best chiropractic care in the Hudson Valley. According to the Hudson Valley Wikipedia page, it is also known as the Hudson River Valley and stretches from the Yonkers, New York City border north to Albany County. I tell you that so you can understand how difficult it is to win an award like this that covers that whole area. It might be a little easier for a local boy made good, though. Boyle grew up in Kingston, New York. He left to attend Iowa's Palmer College of Chiropractic. After obtaining his degree and license, Boyle returned to Kingston to open his practice. On top of pediatric to geriatric chiropractic care, Boyle also treated infants for conditions like colic and failure to latch. Boyle even performed chiropractic adjustments on infants and toddlers, which is highly unusual. These services were heavily promoted on their Facebook page. At some point, Boyle married Danielle Schofield, who also worked at the practice. It is unclear what her exact job title was. We do know the couple encouraged parents to bring their children along to appointments to receive their own adjustments. According to neighbors, the couple has 2 small children. They would also frequently throw loud parties which could be heard from inside the neighbors' homes. From photos and news reports, it appears to be a rural or extremely suburban neighborhood where there is plenty of room between homes. Then, in October of 2024, the State Police Kingston Bureau of Criminal Investigation received a call from the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Let's talk about that phone call and its ramifications. Police arrested Schofield on 2 charges related to possessing CSAM. She was given court tickets and released. So, that call in October, it was about a photo someone had shared on Snapchat. If you're unaware, Snapchat is a social media picture and post sharing platform where the posts disappear after they are viewed. This leads many to believe they can post on Snapchat with impunity. However, Snapchat does store metadata about the posts. If you can provide them with the original post, they can find its metadata. As police have the photo from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, going forward just the center, they get a warrant for that metadata. The metadata gives the police an IP address. In case you don't know, IP addresses are geocoded. They can be linked to a specific internet provider given a date and time as well. So the police get the warrants they need and find out who the IP address was assigned to when the photo was shared. Enter Boyle. I can't find a lot of reporting on this, but somehow they linked all this to Schofield first. On October 30th, 2024, the same month the call was made, police arrested Schofield on 2 charges related to possessing CSAM. She was given court tickets and then released. Yeah, you heard that right. She's charged with possessing CSAM, and the judge is like, go ahead home and take care of your kids. Make sure you come back on this date at this time. Nah, it's okay. You keep your money. You need it to take care of your kids. Boyle Family Chiropractic was closed at this point in time. There is some evidence that Boyle continued to see patients at home, including Boyle's neighbor who states that he would post a sign outside the house on days he was seeing patients. He is still licensed, so there's not a legal issue with this, just questionable choices on his patient's part. Fortunately, this was only the beginning of the investigation. We do not have many details about the investigation, as those will come out at trial. We do know a couple of things, though. One of those things is that they were also investigating Boyle. At some point, investigators obtained warrants for Boyle's electronic devices. They found over 1,800 inappropriate photos and videos of children on the phone. This led to Boyle being arrested and Schofield being rearrested on March 5, 2024. Both face charges related to possessing CSAM. Some details about the investigation were released during the arraignment. An attorney interviewed about this on the Law and Crime Network stated that he has never heard a judge respond that way to evidence being presented. I'm not certain when the arraignment was held. Normally it is within 48 hours of the arrest. District Attorney Jenna Hastings argued based on the evidence that they allegedly possess against Boyle and Schofield. However, they did not present all the evidence they wanted to. We will get to that later in this chapter. Remember that call that started this whole case? Then, in October of 2024, the State Police Kingston Bureau of Criminal Investigation received a call from the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. It was about a girl who was between 11 and 13 years old. It also included images shared on an adult dating site, Flingster, which were of a girl between 10 and 13 years of age, and the center knew where the latter images were created. Advanced image searching was used to match the background in those images to an Airbnb in Florida. It was easy to determine that Boyle and Schofield stayed at the Airbnb in August of 2023. Boyle said so in a review he left for it. Between linking the Snapchat to Boyle's IP address and this link with the Airbnb, police were able to obtain a search warrant for his phone. On October 30th, 2024, police seized Boyle's phone with the warrant. On that phone, police found over 1,300 CSAM photos and 811 CSAM videos. The photos and videos include hundreds of examples of infants and toddlers, with some of them in bondage. Dozens depict sex acts with animals, and at least 4 show child. Hopefully that makes it through the YouTube bad word filters. The pair is also charged with promoting a sexual performance by a child. The New York Legal Code states, a person is guilty of promoting a sexual performance by a child when, knowing the character and content thereof, he produces, directs, or promotes any performance which includes sexual conduct by a child less than 17 years of age. Promoting a sexual performance by a child is a Class D felony. Remember what I said earlier in this chapter? District Attorney Jenna Hastings argued based on the evidence that they allegedly possess against Boyle and Schofield. Hastings was in the process of reading details about how some images depicted children under 7 years old when Judge Philip W. Kirshner cut her off. He stated that the court had a clear idea of the nature of these crimes. An attorney interviewed about this case by the Law and Crime Network stated that he had never heard a judge react that way to evidence being presented. Boyle shared at least 89 photos and or videos through text and encrypted services, including Telegram and Session. It is unknown if Boyle received remuneration for sharing the photos, which makes me wonder why the charges are not federal, but they are not. All the charges against the pair are Class D felonies. I'm not sure why hurting children is a Class D felony in New York State, but it is. This means two things. First, the maximum sentence on any single charge is only 7 years. So even if found guilty on all 4 charges and the sentences are served consecutively, it's a maximum of 28 years in jail. They will both only be 61 years old when they get out. Second, bail is practically guaranteed. The bail conditions set by the judge are complex and confusing. I'm not even sure I understand them completely, so I'm not going to try and relate them to you. Instead, I'll bottom line it. The pair was released on $200,000 cash bond and some collateral, which was posted the same day it was set. Schofield's attorney has stated that he doesn't want the case tried in the press. Well, videos aren't press, they're media, so he should be cool with this. The trial is set for April 15, 2024. Let's wrap this video up, shall we? I seriously just want to scream right now. I mean, seriously, what in the ever-loving fuck? First of all, the warrant for the phone was issued in October and he wasn't arrested until March. 4 months. 4 fucking months that this dude was free and could have kept hurting children. Even the judge asked the prosecutors why it took so long. No answer was given. Also, this shit wasn't done in his office. How did he get access to the kids? There's no mention of how he managed to gain access to these children to do these things to them. To me, this reeks of a nationwide pedophile ring. I mean, we do have evidence that he traveled from New York to Florida to commit some of these crimes, which has to be a federal offense of some type. And child abuse penalties at the federal level are way harsher than they are at the state level. On top of that, these two should have been remanded just so investigators could work on them every day, needling them and needling them and needling them and lying to them and telling them the other one already turned until one of them turned state's evidence. At least Child Social Services is involved with their children at this point in time. Mark my words, this is going to get a lot bigger, a whole lot fucking bigger. What are your thoughts on all this? Leave a comment and let me know. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, remember, super thanks and channel memberships are super cool. And now I got a jam, so tag, you are it. It is unknown